Cupid's nuts go that way.
They have touched our lives and enriched our minds and spirits. They have been our heroes and in some cases sources of inspiration. And although death has taken them out of the limelight, their legacies live on. They're gone, but not forgotten.
Born in Pensacola, Florida in 1920, Daniel James Jr. was one of the 17 children of Lillian A. Brown James. Instilled with the spirit of achievement, James enrolled at Tuskegee Institute in 1937, where eventually he became one of the illustrious Tuskegee Airmen of World War II.
Too often today that's true, because the people that are qualified and that are ready, they'll find that those doors are open. Another quote from my mother, she said, don't stand there banging on that door of opportunity, yelling, let me in, let me in, let me in, and all of a sudden somebody snatches open the door and you say, wait a minute, I got to go get my bags. She said, you stand there armed with your bags of knowledge, your bags of understanding, and your bags of desire, and when they crack that door, step in and take charge. Well, you can do that now, but you got to prepare yourself first.
I just recently married. I've been married for 7 months, and I've never been happier in my life.
Sammy Davis Jr. was a consummate performer who shared his extraordinary talents with the world for decades, before his death in 1990.
Went into the Army. You know, that horrible, that was my first taste, really, of racism, you know, ever. Because I never had been exposed to it, being in show business, you know. You know, you'd run into the average bit of it, but not enough to upset you or anything, you know, or not even to be aware of, because I'm in show business, so I wasn't aware of it. And as a kid being in show business, I didn't learn till later about why we slept in bus stations and why we had to go to the police and say, where's their colored family that you can stay with, because you couldn't get in the hotels and things like that, and you couldn't eat in this restaurant.
But I have no more hurdles. I don't think I may have a few personally that I have to smooth out the edges, but professionally, anything that comes, comes. I'm ready, I'm open for anything, and I think I'm more capable of doing anything now, in many areas, with a greater feeling for what I'm doing, and more caring about what I do than I've ever been in my life. I've been there already, I did that, and I'm not gonna sell out. I sold out at a time, I think, psychologically, when I could get away with it, and I got away with it, to achieve where I am now. But I ain't selling out no more. Not for anybody or anything. You hear me? No way.
Tennis great Arthur Ashe died on February 6, 1993, but his contributions reached far beyond the court. Before his death, he chronicled the legacy of black athletes in a massive 3-volume literary work called A Hard Road to Glory.
I was determined to do several things. Not all of them something I started out doing in the beginning. First, I wanted to find out what happened, and that I found out. Secondly, I found that the success of blacks in sports had a lot more influence on black American history than people thought. And thirdly, as the reference section in the 3 volumes attest to, there were so many black athletes who had done unbelievably outstanding things and had never been recognized. I wanted them to be recognized. And
Let's take those 3. It was something you wanted to find out.
Yes.
What was that?
I wanted to find out what had actually happened. How was it that even today we became so pathologically addicted to sports and to probably as great an extent entertainment? And I found the roots of all of that, and I guess I am possibly the first one, since I've done this much research, to be able to show a causality as to how we came to be so good in athletics.
Would you like to share it?
Well, I mean, in a nutshell, up until World War II, we just were not allowed to be number one in anything except entertainment and sports. And even in entertainment, people like Lena Horne or Sammy Davis Jr. had to stay in segregated facilities if they were entertaining in, say, Miami Beach. But in boxing and in track and field, they just could not deny Jesse Owens. He was just the fastest guy, and you just could not say he wasn't the fastest because there was the clock.